Hey guys, Collin Chi, certified nutritional consultant, numerologist, bringing you another talk today. Today I want to do a little addendum to one of my latest videos, What is Love? 2 hours of great quotes and food for thought. I want to add something that I didn't get a chance to elaborate on fully enough that I think is important in this conversation about love and about relationships. So the main thing I want to talk about in this video, it's going to be a quick one, is that word relationship. Okay, the fact that it implies ownership, and the fact that I'd like to propose better words that I think are more accurate to healthier types of relationships, or more accurate to the kinds of relationships that I like to see in my life, or that, and you might also like to see, and the deeper, more soulful, less superficial, and deeper kind of relationships that really feed us and are the ones that really truly ignite us. So other words to use for these unions that occur on earth between people, instead of relationship, you could say the word soulship. We're in a soulship together. We're not in a relationship, we're in a soulship, or we're in a spirit ship, or we're in a friendship, or we're in a earth ship. You know, these denote to me and demarcate a deeper, more fundamental, more heavy, important kind of relationship that is really about healthier kinds of relationships that are basically two souls that are coming from the same place, if you want to use this word soul, which is to say, you know, two people that just can relate on this very deep level. Two separate souls going in the same direction, yet who have two separate identities, who have two separate personalities and separate characteristics to them, yet they're the same. On one level, they're the same. On one level, they're different. Same values, different virtues, or same values, different vices. To me, this is a healthier kind of relationship than a happier relationship, a more powerful, a more progressive, a more true and real relationship than others. So, soulship, you know, relation kayak, relation bicycle. I want to say these instead of relationship, because that whole relationshipness, that ownership, and that, let's imagine that you're both on a ship out in the ocean. You're both on a, vessel, or you're both out on a cruise ship, and you're on the same vessel. So you can't really have two separate entities, and you can't have the separateness that, in my opinion and others' opinion, is important to have when you have healthy relationships. That you need to maintain enough separateness, because you don't want to be too closely married, too closely in mushy kind of compromise that isn't really progressing either of you and isn't really letting you each do your own soul work. So relation kayak, relation bicycle. A relation bicycle, you're on two separate bicycles, okay, but you're headed in the same direction. You're two separate individuals, but you're headed in the same direction. Or relation kayak, you're two separate vessels, you're two separate things, like two kayaks, but you're going and you're paddling in the same direction. You're both working in the same direction. You're coming from the same place. Otherwise, you wouldn't be going in the same direction, probably. So, versus a relationship where you imagine a ship that you're both on, the same vessel. Okay, this is just a little metaphor that I like to create that shows that separateness, that you have to be very two before you can be very one. That you're not just, we have this concept that we become one when with the person that we love, but that's not really how it is. It's really you're becoming one in the fact that you're going in this direction, but then you're also going like this, okay? An arrow. This is the proper symbol of a relationship, in my opinion, especially with these parts detached from the two individual lines going up. Imagine two individual lines, and then this is slightly detached from those individual lines going outward and then up into the same direction. Yes, you're heading this way, but you never quite touch and completely become one ever. You are just, you're getting closer, yes. But So to me, this is what a healthy kind of vision of a relationship is. So instead of relationships, say soul ship, spirit ship, or earth ship, or relation kayak, relation bicycle. Because a soul ship is, it doesn't matter if you're together necessarily when you're in a soul ship or when you're on your soul ships, because you still love that person no matter how much time and whatever separates you. It doesn't matter. You whether you're not near them, you're always with them, even if you're not with them. And like the movie, he's me, but he's not me. From that documentary Fire on the Track, Steve Prefontaine, about a runner who died. This other runner was saying, I felt really bad about his death because he's me, but yet he's not me. He's me, but he's not me. And what he meant was that they both understood at a deep level they were both runners. That says something about their soul and their spirits, that they both have this intrinsic need to be runners. So they relate on that level of training on Sunday and the long runs on Sundays and the sprints and the workouts on the track and the ladders on the track that they did, these different workouts that you do in track. In that pain, they're brothers. They both go through the same kind of stuff. So I got a quote from Emerson that I want to throw in here, of course. My friends have come to me unsought. The great God gave them to me. By oldest right, by the divine affinity of virtue with itself, I find them, or rather not I, but the deity in me and in them derides and cancels the thick walls of individual character, relation, age, sex, circumstance, at which he usually connives, and now makes many one. High thanks I owe you, excellent lovers, who carry out the world for me to new and noble depths, and enlarge the meaning of all my thoughts. Okay, he did say now makes many one, but he doesn't really mean that we all become one. We all become one, yes, but we don't. But yet we're separate. We're one in the sense that we're an 11. We're not a 1. We're an 11. This is a healthier, in my opinion, an 11. That symbol of that number might be a little bit healthier. So, quick thing. Thought it was interesting. This will give you a couple visual representations of some of these ideas. Okay, some old paintings of mine. I'm not a great painter. I kind of just throw shit at it, and this was way back in the day, so painting's not my forte. But to me, they look awesome. Really, I don't care what you think. So, fuck a relationship. I'll take a relation kayak and meet you as an individual. Okay? Or two separate people on a bicycle. The wheels are going in the same direction. The wheels are moving. But you are two different people. Two different personalities. Yet on the same level spiritually, soulfully, and frequency. You're on the same frequency. You're on the same channel. You're in tune. You just understand each other at this deep level. There's not this misunderstanding. You complete each other, to say the cliche. You're the yin to their yang. You're the yang to their yin. Yet the white is within the black and the black is within the white, right? Just like the yin-yang symbol. So any of these symbols, the arrow, the yin-yang, I see these as important symbols in this conversation. And I think a good definition, actually, of a soul ship, or a soul mate, if you want to call it, would be an arrow, okay? That is a great symbol for that. An arrow with the edges detached from the two lines, okay? It's like you're creating this detached triangle above you that is an entity that is actually stronger than the two separate lines. Okay, the two separate lines are the base, the foundation, but then you end up creating this social soul above you, this better person. You create a better person above you, above both of you. That is that triangle. That you're both, that's what it is, you become, Each of you has your issues and your virtues and your vices, and together you form this thing above you from all your good qualities. You make a better self because it's all good qualities up there, and that's carrying both of you upward. That is a soul ship, folks. That is a relation bicycle, a relation kayak, perhaps an arrow. These are some interesting symbols. So, Collin Chi, certified nutritional consultant, numerologist, personal development guy. If you want a consultation or any type of coaching, if you want a consultation on numerology or nutrition, hit me up at collinchi@gmail.com. Check the link in the description below, and we can do a consultation. I am the guru on nutrition. In case you didn't know, that's my specialty. Anyway, as always, Collin Chi, rise.